Hello folks, just an update from me, and must be absolutely mad, but today is really wet and we are at Gwithian, me and Charlie, stomping around like lunatics in the rain. Very wet, but we're here, we're outdoors. So just to give you a bit of an update with the channel then, obviously coming up to Christmas now and things are going to get increasingly harder to be able to do because of time and obviously family commitments and stuff, but we will endeavour, do our best, and basically please be patient, and I'm sure that in the new year, possibly before as well, we might be able to go look at some other interesting things that we've been meaning to get to for a while. But just like to say thanks a lot for watching all my stuff, and I do appreciate all my subscribers, and from a very wet Gwithian, we'll stay in touch. Cheers. Well, perfect. So that's what we like to hear the sound of, especially on a day like today. Now, obviously, those of you are probably thinking, well, his channel's called Two-Wheel Exploration, but he's in a bus today, an old Volkswagen bus. Well, it's a bit of a funny thing, really. I guess it comes with age, but after being a seasoned biker for many years, and obviously when you do get a bit older and you start to ache more from various knocks and bangs over the years, then it is always good to have something with a roof on as a backup plan, because I'm sure that anyone who's ever ridden a motorbike all year round in the past will agree with me that it really can be grizzly, wet, cold at times. But anyway, just a little bit of a chat. What do you call it? A vlog. Yeah, I'm learning, guys. I'm really learning with this stuff now. The vlog, yeah. Now that's not a word I've used before, and I watch a lot of other YouTube channels. One of my favourites is IKS Exploration. It's given me a lot of inspiration, and of course, you know, Ian and the guys at IKS, brilliant. Okay, brilliant entertainment. I love watching that, and also the Secret Vault. Now I don't often plug other people's channels, but those two are really good. Okay, so Secret Vault and IKS Exploration. But here we are anyway at Gwithian. I've just taken Charlie for a walk there across the dunes. It's been raining profusely, well, pretty much since I got up this morning, to be honest with you, and basically it's just part of life in Cornwall. But I'm in the process of making a coffee, so I'm just going to carry on and do that in a minute, guys. But yeah, well, it's been a really interesting year, to be honest. Well, interesting is a bit of an understatement, really. It's let's be honest, it's been the year from hell, yeah. But a few good things have come out of it, and hopefully Two-Wheel Exploration is one of them. And having watched YouTube channels and stuff for many years, and always being interested in pretty much all aspects of military history, engineering, and basically boys stuff, then I decided that this year I would take a giant leap of faith and launch my very own YouTube channel. So, oh, I've got some barking neighbours here, just in the bus down at Gwithian. Yep. Okay, thanks for that. Yep. So basically then, well, the kind of birth of Two-Wheel Exploration is pretty easy to explain, really. Well, I'm a biker, and you know, none of us are right, let's be honest. We're all a bit nuts. But no, seriously, over the last couple of years I've become more and more increasingly interested in something called green laning, okay, which is, of course, you know, riding down public byways, non-restricted public byways, and it's always good to be able to explore the countryside, and especially on a bike, preferably something that's meant for it, really. It's brilliant. But decided that I wanted to tie in all of my own personal historical interests in Cornwall as well, then you never know, one day we might get to go to other places as well, but we'll take it a bit at a time. But basically to tie in all of my own local historical knowledge and record it, basically, for not just for everybody else's entertainment, but just merely because, you know, we're all getting old, we all forget things, and I think the older you get, the more forgetful you become. But there is definitely some amazing sites and places to go and look at around Cornwall as well, and you know, it's really important to me that I kind of like log it all for my own, well, for my own satisfaction as well. But hopefully I aim to try and make it as entertaining as possible. Now, thanks for sticking with my videos, because I realised that, you know, some of the footage I've shot in the recent months and stuff hasn't always been the best. But bearing in mind, I am an amateur, I'm not a professional, I'm certainly not an expert cameraman. I do my best, and I've started now to get my head around something which most people have probably been familiar with for years, which is video editing, because that is something completely new to me, and it's something I've just picked up in the last few months, and I think I am getting better and better at it. And some of my videos are, you know, I do my best, but basically trial and error really, because let's be honest, you know, as long as you put your best into it, and I always try and focus on you know, a cheerful sort of atmosphere when I'm doing these things. And I think personally, I'm not sure what everybody else thinks, but I would say, judging by the number of views of it, I think my best so far has been our recent video to RAF St Neville, which I think, you know, it's a lot longer than any of the other videos I've shot in the past, and you know, it was filmed over pretty much a whole afternoon, well, a bit of the morning and afternoon. And you know, I obviously had Dan as well. Just like to thank Dan for coming on that one, because Dan is a great friend of mine, and of course, you know, he's really interested in all of the history and the stuff that I'm interested in as well, which is really good. So we've already managed to you know, pass on the bug, so to speak, to somebody else. And you know, getting out in the countryside and, you know, exploring things, it's all about distraction. Yeah, it's a big distraction, and it's something that, you know, that in this current times we're going through, I think everybody can benefit from you know, a decent bit of constructive distraction, which is pretty good. You know, it basically keeps us all sane. Well, we're here in the bus today, okay, nice and dry. I've just made a coffee and something else as well, just to focus on briefly. Obviously my equipment that I use for the channel is, some of it's pretty good and some things are pretty basic, and of course obviously, you know, that is because entirely limited by budget. You know, I mean, if it was up to me, then I would buy one of those large television cameras or something like that, but you know, not necessarily knowing how to use all these gadgets and stuff. It's important to me that what I use is as simple as possible. So something else I picked up today, now this little beauty, okay, what it is, it was very, very cheap, okay, and I'm sure it's going to do some amazing little clips and things, so I can add. It's all about building up your knowledge and your equipment. And of course, you know, we'll have a look inside the box. It's pretty good here. We've got, it's basically one of those little, like a helmet cam. So we've got the USB lead and this little camera itself. Now, when I got it out the box, first of all, I thought, oh, he's ripped me off. It's a torch, but it's actually not. It's a little camera. Now, the resolution on it is probably not as high as some of the other things I've got. And I think this one is 720p is the resolution, which, you know, to be honest, is, you know, you don't always need to have the latest, biggest, baddest stuff. And at the end of the day, it's all about what you can afford. So we're going to be looking at this, you know, I'm going to be trying it out soon, hopefully. And as I said, you know, little bits and pieces that you can pick up as and when you can, and you know, gives you more capabilities and more ability to be able to, you know, try new things, different techniques and different places. And of course, you know, it's all about a learning experience. And, you know, I'd just like to say thank you to all of the people on YouTube that have watched my videos. And I really have, to the best of my abilities, tried to put my, you know, as much enthusiasm and personal knowledge into the videos as I can, because that is hugely important to me, to make sure that all the information is correct. And of course, I'd just like to say, you know, I've already mentioned them, but thank the other people on YouTube for inspiring me, basically. And, you know, now, anybody who knows me personally will probably be aware of the fact that years ago I used to do a lot of historical reenactment, which is probably another reason why, you know, why I'm interested in all of this stuff. But obviously, you know, it means a lot to be able to do this, guys. And I think I've really said enough now, so I'm going to enjoy a cup of coffee, and until the next explore, we'll see you again. Wow, what can we say about the weather today? Well, I'm sitting here in the bus somewhere near a sand dune in Cornwall, and to borrow the expression, the weather is really, really awful. But all I can say is, Jesus, folks, we've got some flooding going on here. And yeah, everybody's bugging out as well, which is good. So it's been a bit of a wet one today, but it's just nice to get out. And, you know, what's important to me is that we keep in touch with my followers on YouTube. And Charlie there, Charlie's looking very wet today. Hello, Charlie. Yep, he's had his run and he's wet. So I'm not sure, because it's a bit of a funny day today. The 1 minute the weather looks like it's going to improve, and the next thing it comes hoofing down again. So I'm going to watch some of these cars going through this little bit of flood here in the road. It's quite entertaining. There we go. Not quite a bow wave. I wonder if anyone's going to actually go for it at speed. Bet it'll be somebody coming from the other direction, most likely. So, not sure how long it's going to take before something else comes along. But earlier, just saw a van came bounding down over that hump there in the road. And, yeah, it's kind of like between showers at the moment. So, just sort of filming, sat in the safety of the bus, watching the world get wet, folks. So, but anyway, it's been good to get out today. And of course, you know, I think with the weather and everything as well, and other sort of things going on in life at the moment, then it's all too easy to stay indoors, really, isn't it? But you know, it's good to get out, and brilliant. Oh, maybe, no. That sounds like a car coming at speed. Yeah, he's going to come through it. Here he is, watch this. Is this going to be good? Oh, he's slowing right down. Never mind. Well, this guy's not going, yeah, that's what we wanted. Yeah, another one right, whoa, look at that. Now, obviously, just laughing at it, really, but it is incredibly stupid, you know, to drive fast through any standing water at all. But, you know, just for entertainment, I guess,